Good evening and welcome. It's Thursday evening, 7 p.m. on the East Coast. So we are live with the founder of Liberty Aid Academy, John McCaig, and the author of The Great Deception ebook. That is the title tonight, The Great Deception. I just figured you'd give us a little bit of a rundown of what that one was about.
Oh, yeah.
And good evening.
Yeah, Tim Judge in the house. That's a good idea for a talk to have tonight. Excellent. And we got a lot of stuff going on here. Let's get into the Great Deception in a minute here. That's a good topic. Let's get a little start on it. Let's see who's here first.
There's a few people in the room already. Pauletta in the house saying greetings, joining everyone. Jamie Bonk in the house as well.
Congratulations, Pauletta. We'll talk about that. Wow, what she did this week. Jamie.
And Frank is here. John and Tim, Pauletta, and he's saying hello to everyone in the chat as well. And there they go. Hellos for everyone all around the room. Very good. Welcome. And please, just a reminder, everybody can ask their question in the chat there.
Yeah. Or see if you want to come on live on the show. You can hit the link and get on here. We had Sterling last week. That was good. Egg Christopher. So that was interesting.
Jason here saying hello, everybody.
All right, Jason. The Great Deception is a book I wrote a number of years ago. It's actually a radio show I did, and we transcripted it into a book, and then I edited it. And that was the first thing, I wrote or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just what the banks are up to, and sort of like the financial trickery they are using on us.
Yeah.
To get us to be slaves, basically. And with all their programming, hey, it's all good. So the bank doesn't sign a document, okay? They don't sign. There's no contract. And, we got to get a mortgage. We got to pay for everything here. Why? This is our country. Who are we paying for these things? See, when you really start to look into this, it's a deception. How come? And actually, I'm glad you brought this up. I was going to use a news piece today to talk about this because it's really interesting. I saw on the news, right, on a social media feed, hey, Japan has agreed with the United States to invest money into the United States. They're going to do infrastructure investment from China. And they follow up in the same story. They say, SoftBank is going to invest, $43 billion. And then on they list like these businesses, hedge funds or whatever you want to call them,
right,
that based on that news report, they're going to invest money. If the government meets and they say they're going to invest, and then they say, SoftBank did the investment. SoftBank and these hedge funds is the government. You see what I'm saying? They are the Ponzi scheme.
Right.
That's what I've been saying. The In God We Trust is making all this money off all the slaves, paying their taxes and all this nonsense and all the debt and everything they can get their fingers on, selling you land, all of it's money they're making ultimately. And so, they have this giant piles of money. And so they turn it into hedge funds, right?
They actually don't have piles of money. They just create it out of thin air. It doesn't exist sitting in their bank. They just add a couple zeros to your account and say, okay, now the money's in your account. You can go spend it. When it's not there. It's just all make believe.
Yeah, but when you spend your money to pay your bill every month for that mortgage, they take that money and they, as a hedge fund, buy the companies in this country and buy the land.
Yep.
And we already had to pay for it once. So what we're doing is now we're competing with the money they're stealing from us.
Yeah.
We're competing with them every day. They get more money. Every day we don't get more money. And we're competing with them to buy the real estate here, and anything that exists, they're buying it. Oh, we're buying. Look at the price of old cars. It's like, how many millions? Like, what? 34 million
Yeah.
for a freaking car at auction? What the? It doesn't make no sense. They have all the money, all the while. It's brutal what we're under. We've been deceived. Make America great again. How? Like, we have to pay for everything that we if you look at the numbers, we get this country pulls out of the ground so much every year. I want to say, I don't know what is something like 30 tons of gold a year. It's
Hmm.
something like 300 billion barrels a year of oil. Like,
Right.
if you go down the list of all the stuff we're pulling out of just America, right? Like, how are we not paying the bills? I don't understand how it's our country. You're extracting way more wealth than it would be to pay off the debt. And somehow the debt's never paid off. There's always more debt, and the
Yeah.
hedge funds are always competing against them. So I did write a book, The Great Deception, about that. And I think today's news item is sorry today's news item about, hey, now SoftBank is investing. Trump met with
Hmm.
Japan. It's they say this stuff like no one's gonna figure it out,
Yeah.
and they just say it like, hey, this is actually what's happening. It's like the only thing that we could be sure isn't happening is whatever they say. That's
Exactly.
that's one thing we could be sure of. Whatever they say, no, that's not happening. Like, North Korea has atomic bombs, which are all fake, of course. They don't exist. And we should be scared of them. it's 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 ridiculous, the whole thing. And it's just made up. They keep it, chaotic. There's just terrible stuff going on in the world. We're gonna save you from it. Like, oh, thanks. You need more guns and weapons. Don't worry, we're going to pay for it. We're going to keep you safe. Just everything. I think no one wants more bombs or guns or airplanes or none of that stuff. Just everyone wants a house. Nobody wants 15 houses. Like, everyone just wants, hey, can everyone get a house? Or how many millions empty in this country? And that's not even talking about second homes, third homes. That's just empty houses. We haven't sold those first yet. They're still on the car lot from 69. We haven't, those things are really run down. It's incredible. It's incredible. That's, this is a short book, but it's one of the courses that comes with it, The Great Deception. So someone had something to say there. I'm sorry I missed it.
That's it was just he's saying hello. Malachi says hello, and back to this was Crypto Ken says hi.
Okay.
Shows during my work time, so I have to watch the reruns. Nevertheless, love it, love it all. Keep up the good work.
Oh, thank you very much. Good to have you.
Yes.
Um, we've had some interesting people come along and interesting things happen. Pauletta, notably, this past week, did get her real estate tax exemption application approved by
Approved. Wonderful.
the state of South Carolina. So the twin towers of power, the sisters who
Nice.
went to India with me, they win, and their family is like the Poe family is like, we're gonna sit up here at the top. We're good. Like, it's amazing, very inspiring. Uh, Alan, I mean, what can you say? Like, my God, that guy, he really was so careful. He worked with me, but I mean, he did a lot of it, most of it. Conceptually, we were on the same page, and he did a lot of the paperwork and everything. Amazing, amazing. So, yeah, Pauletta, it's incredible. It's incredible. Look for when she gets time. She's a busy grandmother. She really is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's great. The grandmother's taking this place. Uh, which is wonderful for the grandchildren and everybody in between. They should be given a place. But what just congratulations. There'll be a testimonial at some point when she gets them in, I'm sure. But I just can't help but say something. It's so
Yeah.
incredible. It's incredible. Yeah,
Everybody wants to know how long before she gets locked up, because all this stuff is illegal
oh, right. Yeah.
so it can't really be happening. Oh, we're gonna get a live testimonial. Here we go. Hold on.
Nah.
Hello, hello.
The happy sister.
We see a big smile, but we're still working on the
We got the spot.
volume.
Yeah.
No,
We're not here from you,
we
but
got
we're
no
very
volume.
to hear you, to have you, Pauletta.
I don't know if it's a microphone thing. I'll try and jack up from this side if I can.
It's having something too great to share. That's the problem.
I jinxed it by saying, oh, geez, it's not real. So, the powers came in and
It's incredible. We get to watch this in real time. I mean, Tim and I are high. They're like, don't put easy. The slaves are going to get the wrong idea if she's able to talk. So funny. But an interesting thing about South Carolina and their approval process to get real estate tax exemption, a lot of different states do it at the county level, the approval, like that. That's what happens here in Florida.
right.
But that doesn't happen in South Carolina. It's approved at the state level. So it isn't like, oh, hey, they got this one easy county up in South Carolina. No, 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 no. It's not that at all. It's the whole state approves it. So it's a different process there. Thankfully, I'm sorry, Paulette, that you're not tuning in.
We'll see. I'm sure they'll be back. And
Yeah,
we'll
you could try
bring 'em right
again,
in.
if you solve it or what. Too good of news. It's
right.
like, ah, I love it.
The power's not going to let that news get out there.
No, 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 no. That's too good of news. It's really incredible. It's really incredible. You watch this. How afraid they are of this information. Let's just be real. That's what it is. Or else why would they be bothered with it so much and always causing us problems? It's crazy. But really, congratulations, Pauletta. It's a lot of work. You got to be patient. They might come back to you and all this stuff. And you made it through to the other side. It got approved. I'm just really happy for you. You deserve it. No one supports my work more than that family and those two individuals, Pamela and Pauletta. So for them to get the approval and stuff, I mean, I honestly, I could not be happier to see like the law of karma work out correctly. Honestly, that's the way I see it. So I'm really happy for you. It couldn't. I know other people are working on this very hard and so on, but no one works as hard as your family or supports my work more than you do, and you have the outcomes. I tell people, my work's hard, super hard to be seen and everything. So really supporting it and helping, which you all do, I'm so happy for you, Aka. So thank you, God.
Michelle is here and says, John, can you share with us a story on how you came up with the trust? It's such a powerful concept, and can you share it?
Okay. I haven't heard that in a while, Michelle.
Is that a little bit on the Great Deception? I mean, I know that you got affected by those banks, but they're all playing those games, and that's how you.
It is.
Jump on your story, but that's pretty much the title of the show.
Yeah, the Great Deception was written like before I got into the trust, like you're saying. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Many people, Tim, me, had, I lost everything in the big crash, the big planned crash. I lost everything, lost everything, and was homeless on a picnic table. lost my family. My children still don't speak to me since then.
Mm.
That's how bad it was, like, uh, it destroyed lives and families, and mine, 100% destroyed it. My not only do my children not talk to me, my family don't talk to me anymore. Like, it's just reprehensible having nothing, that's just, oh, you're out. So I lose everything I own and everyone I know in the process, and I got painted into a corner. So I was like, I'm not, get a job, do this. I'm like, no, fine. If I'm homeless, I will be homeless. I'll live in my car, whatever. I will figure this out. And that's what I do. I'm like, okay, you're going to take everything from me. I am going to work all day, every day against you forever. And I still do. And I keep that promise. Uh, and so the first thing I did for a number of years was help people get out of debt. I cleared my credit. Hey, the bank doesn't sign anything. Those are my early videos on the YouTube channel, my proof of going to court, settling, winning, clearing my credit, getting uh settlement checks for the banks and new credit cards, and like, a whole new world opened up. And I have been doing a podcast a couple of years, you know, in conjunction with this. And so that's been going on a few years. And I got my credit clear. But like, how do you do business? Like, what do you do? How do you keep anything safe in here? You know what I mean? Everything's at risk. Us, money, house, everything. There's nothing. There's nothing, but they can just come and take everything any old day they want to. Uh, and so I'm doing a podcast, and it's every week, and I'm with one of the other team is running the show, and he's having all these fake guests on every week, every week,
Mhm.
every week. It's driving me crazy. I'm finding out I'm the only one with the truth out there, and that is not what I was thinking what was going to happen at all. I was like, oh, let's join up. Who else is out there fighting the good fight? No one,
Right.
zero. Uh, and we had these guests on, uh, who who teach about trust, and I started to learn about trust. Oh, we got Pauletta. Good.
Okay.
Yeah, you're working. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
Alan got it working.
Alan. We knew he was good for something.
Congratulations, Pauletta.
Thank you. Thank you. I just wanted to get on for just a second and show that I did get property tax exemption. And
Wow.
here is the proof with the letter. Property tax exemption for South Carolina. So
Wow.
that was just it. And I will be doing a testimony.
Yeah, I know. Have a great travels. I'm really excited for you. It's like you get your boarding pass. Let's just clear up that thing before you go. Now off you go. I love it. I'm so happy for you.
Thank
I
you.
really
Outstanding. Congratulations.
Thank you. So
thank you for sharing, Pauletta.
you are so welcome, and I'll jump off, and other people can jump on.
All right. God bless
Okay.
you.
Thank you. Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, Alan. Good night. What?
Big win. We'll have to clip that.
Hi, yeah. I got
Wow.
someone on Instagram going here. I was just about to get into it, finish answering her question. I got up to how I got to the trust. So I gave a little backstory, but I got a question here going on. What is this? What do we got here? Bo, not me. My grandfather's house was tax exempt, and I've had to pay taxes the last 8 years since passing, but it's unbelievably cheap for me. But I wonder if he paid taxes on the property, period. Yeah, it's all new to me, but just wanted to say about the tax exempt since y'all were on the topic. Thank you. You have my undivided attention now. Good. I have tried to fight, but they are good at making people look stupid like me.
hmm
They are very limited at knowledge considering all of this. Yeah, no, they are. they're limited in abilities and knowledge, and they have to stick to the script, and they fear us. Let's just be real. They're hiding the truth. You don't hide the truth unless it's like, here, have the truth. We don't care. They're afraid we learn it and have a response, and this is that response. So, though not me. This is so much deeper than just these property taxes. When you use a trust, you don't have anything at risk. It's not yours. It's a Christian hack. You don't pay taxes, on and on. So many positive things happen, not just this tax exception. I'm happy to hear about that. And it's funny. I read what you say. Did he ever pay taxes? The other team doesn't pay taxes on anything. They don't pay bills and stuff like we do. Yeah, no, I don't believe. I believe you that he never paid taxes. So yeah. But let me continue talking about this. How did you get onto this trust? Okay, so I had Christian and I can't remember the other guy's name on one night, Michelle, and they were talking about trust. And I looked it up and I started studying trust. So I was at the Mayor Baba Center, the only show I've ever done at that center. I did this trust at. And I started looking up trust and I was like, oh my God. And I really studied it. And then one day there's a rule, okay? When you want to make a trust, there's two rules as far as naming corporate entities, using names. One is you can't use the word bank unless you're a bank. Like, okay. Two, you have to make a trust. You have to have, unlike an LLC, right? If you make an LLC, you can just have the name of the business. But if you use a trust, you have to have the word trust in the name at the end in public. Like it's like, Northern Trust. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a trust. You have to say that. And so I'm studying trust. And then one day I looked at the money and I was like, oh no, no. It got we trust. I'm like, oh no. Oh my God, it's a business. It's on the money. We're slaves. I've been saying we're slaves for so long, and now I was like, oh, this is a slave business right on the money.
Yep.
Oh, and once I had that epiphany, I went looking for it, found it. I've done videos on that, and I was like, oh, we're enslaved on a trust. And I'm like, I've studied a lot of religions and spirituality and stuff like that, and I'm like, never heard of we. You know what I mean? Like, that's not Buddha, that's not Krishna, that's nobody. You know what I mean? So you know who that is? Whatever. Who we're up against, who's working in the shadows against us every single day, keeping us slaves up in here. And one day, it was January 8th, 2016. I've been traveling around the country in a Toyota Tacoma, fighting the banks for it, not paying on it. I'm in Tucson, Arizona, and I wake up on January 8th, and I'm renting this house, and I'm laid in bed next to my girl, and I pull up my Facebook account. Facebook back then, you could be seen and stuff like that. I was getting banned every X days. Oh my God, they hated me. And so I pull up my Facebook. I'm laying there, but I wake up like, here I go back to work. You know what I mean? I pull up Facebook and it says memorialized. And I was like, hey, what is this? And she looks up. She like flips out, loses it for a long time. You're dead. Like literally, you need a notarized death certificate to have your account memorialized. So Mark Zuckerberg creates a notarized death certificate of me on January 8th. Same day, this other character I had on my podcast at the time 5 times gets killed that day. You know what I mean? Same day. The biggest guy from the podcast I'm doing murdered. Same day. I'm memorialized. Same day. Super freak out. And this where I'm living, biggest freak out ever. And I was like, oh my God. You know what I mean? Like I'm studying trust. I'm trying to figure this out. And so I get killed. Literally, like you have to die. No tree I was nailed to, just a piece of electronic paper up there, you know, like, and just told everyone he's dead. Like that's how close I was getting to the truth. That's January 8th, 2016. I keep studying. I'm in Tucson still. I'm going to start this trust. So it hits me. I can make a trust. So I write up a trust based on everything I'm studying, everything, the rules, everything. And I add in what I've never seen in another trust before is taking the sole authority of Jesus Christ, because I figure we's the devil. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I go into Chase to start a bank account, a trust account. I got an EIN. And I'm like, well, I'm going to go in there, see what happens. And they go, okay, we'll open this for you. I was like, what? And they go, but we can't get you a debit card in here. You have to go to another branch. We'll open the account here, and you have to go to this other branch. It's Friday. This happens later, like 2 months later. It's Friday on 3/14/2016, the 10-year anniversary. We're coming on. So I'm at Chase Bank, got the account open. They say, go to this other bank to get your debit card. So like, no, I don't have nothing. And so I go in there, 4:45 p.m., Tucson, Arizona. It's a Friday. And I go in there, I sit in the lobby. There's another couple there. They're next. They stand up and go in. There's only one individual like serving anyone anymore. And it's like 5 minutes to 5. And I'm like, next. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get my debit card. This thing's gonna work. And the windows where I'm sitting in a lobby here, I'm next, face the parking lot. It's all glass front of this bank. No other glass, but just the front. And you can see out the front. And this black like supercar pulls in. You know, these gull wing or whatever you call the doors, just choop. This dude gets out, Man in Black, literally Man in Black. Exactly that outfit, 33 years old, white dude, black hair, on a flip phone, walks in. He's talking about charitable trust and all this stuff, and sits next to me. And I go, well, I said, well, that's interesting. I'm here to open a trust. And he closed his phone. He said, oh, you know, he's like, oh, that's, yeah, I know. I was like, pardon me? He said, yeah, well, I know. I said, you know, I said, I'd never seen you before. I've never seen you before. He's like, no. And he said, but I'm here to make you an offer. I was like, oh my God, all the hairs stand up. I'm like, this is, I've heard about this. Uh-oh. And so I'm like, okay. Oh, I was like, oh, hey, listen. I'm not saying I'm going to accept your offer, but go ahead and make your offer. And go ahead. And he says, okay, listen, I want you to come work for me. I run a real estate development company out of Las Vegas. I want you to work for me. And he said, listen, I'm going to give you a piece of every deal we do going forward. And I say, well, okay. But I'm not sure I trust you. I don't know you. What cash money would you give me today, right now? And he said $485 million cash. And I said, what do I have to do for that? And he said, only one thing, don't open this trust. And I said, the answer is no. Devil stands up, walks out, gets back in the supercar, and off the devil goes. That was the first time I face to face with the devil. I was like, okay, so this is real. Like, I was, of course, stunned. But that's how it started. And, 10-year anniversary coming up, but we're having a price hike happening. So get in before the price hike if you want it to be lower. So that was your question. That's generally how it happened.
There's a follow-up part of this. It says, John, from Michelle, how did you know the trust would work against the IRS? A leap of faith from God, or did someone confirm to you this would undoubtedly work?
Leap of there's no one. That's why I said the devil confirmed it.
Yeah.
They did. That's my only confirmation. What are you talking about? Somebody else? No. There's nobody else. Sorry. There's nobody else. Sorry. There's no. I just figured I'm an accountant, right? MBA, master's in accounting, and I was like, I looked up the structure of their slavery business. They're working in the regular financial system, and doing all their transactions that way. There's only one financial system. They're in it, and they're invisible in it. But, not really, because they're buying everything and the price of everything keeps going up. So that's not invisible. But how they're doing it is like, okay, you're doing it invisibly, but I can see you as an accountant, what you're up to. So it's like, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. We as the devil, that's just I figured. You worship the devil. So I'm going to go in there. I'm going to be like, hey, give me a bank account with Jesus Christ. You can do it with the devil. And that's really all it was, because I was like, once I found out the truth, I was like, I have only two options. Actually, I only figured I had one option. I was going with one option. I'm going to be honest. I just wanted to die. I did not want to kill myself because there are negative karmic consequences for that, which I didn't want to receive. But I didn't want. I'm the worst slave up in here. Like, I'm a bad slave. I don't want to be a slave. I'd rather be dead. Give me a choice. I'm like,
Right.
and I've done that to the cops here. Like, kill me after I have the trust, and they can't raise their gun on me. I've tried to be killed by the cops, and they can't. They're not allowed to. So I was just like, end it. You know what I mean? Kill me. Get me out of here. Do it illegal, spiritual way. I'm good. You know what I mean? And all I found out is they can't kill us. Once you sign up and she's like, you can't be killed. It's like, oh, wait, I got out of taxes and you're throwing in death? Oh my God. I was like, I was making a joke on Sunday on like, you can't be killed. It's like, and the doctor's like, yeah, bad news, sir. Yeah, you don't have cancer. Yeah, you're gonna live. Sorry. You're gonna be life. Your life imprisonment. That's what it is here. So no, it was a leap of faith. But it wasn't a leap. I don't want to be. It was an educated, based on everything I have found out. It was actually the only thing that made any sense. Either God's going to save me, or I'm going to die. Let's find out. Because if we don't have God backing us, there's no life up here that I want to be a part of. Not with this whole what I found out is going on, and everyone being okay with it. Like. And then me finding out most of the individuals here know already, that's hard. That's hard. So you're just going along with it? That I'm so not like that. You know what I mean? Like, I want out. Any way out, I'm out. So I found the paperwork to do it, and it worked, because if there's a legal, financial, and spiritual system all operating in sync, well, I want to know about it. I need to win. And so do others. Like, end the slavery. There's no end to slavery. You're either a slave to the devil or you're a slave to God. That's it. That's it. Like, the devil's the one driving us home. You will bow to God, won't you? Yes. Get me out of here. Okay. So that's all real. That's what I found out. And there are loopholes of all kinds, financial ones, spiritual ones. We could go on and on and on and on every hour for the rest of my life here on Thursday, probably. The hacks keep coming, honestly. We're gonna have like I was saying, there that was a great question, Michelle. Thank you.
Yeah.
Some people haven't heard that. I haven't brought that up in a while, but there. Okay. Someone wanted to know. The school is going to do. It's funny. Tammy and I have been very hard at work as usual. I had finally a great epiphany once I really went. I was like, I need everything up to date for everyone. Like, oh, hey, you don't have to register the trust anymore. Like, there are certain courses I have to redo, and there are certain courses I want to do. And so I'm making a list of them and working down. And then I was like, we need a proper school structure. And that's what we're going to switch to basically. Either going to be at least 5 new courses, maybe half a dozen that I'm making for sure. And including redoing the business credit one. It's and all the courses are going to have new names. So, and a new structure. So we're going to have core courses, which are going to be basically orientation to the school, the trust, and trust administration, like dissolving a trust, adding, removing people. So the basics of trust use, Then there's going to be this giant, it's got ridiculous, honestly, this list of electives, what do you want to go out there and do first? What do you want to get for free? Tim's like, I need, college for my kids. Okay, how do you do that? That whole list of electives in there is going to be really, it's so much. And we've got a bunch of new ones in there. I could list them. It's and one of the videos I'm going to make for everyone is another part of the orientation is all the benefits of the trust, basically laying it out with sort of like how they can work together and stuff, an overview before you jump in. And I'm also going to make another course for senior benefits for the trust because I'm coming up against this number.
Yeah.
And man, you can do so many little hacks together with this. I'm like, whoa. So it's sort of like orienting people better and then also updating and adding specific courses of new and updated information. Some of which I should
Beautiful.
probably read off. Next, I'll tell you what, next week I'll read that off because we still might move one or two. But anyway, so there's electives, and that's like, I want to say 15 different electives or 20, something like 15. Great courses, how to get EBT, just so many things. And then there's graduate level stuff we have, which is like real estate tax exemption. You know what I mean?
Is Pauletta teaching that one?
Right. Right. Like people have accomplished that, but it's, once you get solid, then you go after something serious like that. I've put in my application. Yeah. I haven't heard back. So hopefully it's a win too. But that's a graduate school, for example, and then we're going to have research and development information that isn't solid yet, but you're privy to it. And then we're going to have a section like you have it in higher education, in college and graduate school, like laboratory. You have the mentor stuff is going to be in there, recent and in the past. So case studies, you know what I'm saying? Like how the things weave together. So that'll be that section on case studies. And then there'll be a section of books, the books that I've read and so on. So we're going to set it up exactly like any other school, basically, because we have so much material now. It's really ridiculous how much I've created over all these years, and it's all successful stuff. So it needs to be organized in a way that's just so simple for people. I don't know, my mind's always in the skunk works of how to beat them and stuff, and it's not always in structure. But over time, I see that just a basic school structure, higher education structure, is there for a reason. People are used to it and to use it. And then if other courses come along in the future, I'll always stick to that structure. There'll be no like massive new update to structure. The structure will always stay the same because school structure, people are used to it. So the old course names are not going to be there anymore, except for old students. There'll be an upgrade, a small fee to put old students up, smaller if you've done a testimonial, of course. And then to get all this new information, it's going to be $29.99 on 3/14/2016. It's going to be a lot of great information. Finally, Tammy and I have sat down and really organized this extreme body of work. in a way that people can digest it quickly and use it quickly. And then we have the forum. So we'll be renaming some of the courses and stuff in there. Instead of like, we've had to make such weird names over the years to get a payment gateway, but we won't be like debt removal or remove your debt. It'll just be like debt. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're going to make the course name super simple. One will be like health insurance. Okay, we'll put in Medicaid, Medicare, different things in there. So it'll be sort of topic driven, but then there'll be coursework within the topic. I feel that having this regular structure, like a regular school, now that we have the forum, the online classroom stuff, that really moves stuff so far, so fast. It made me double back and go, the structure needs to be simplified too. Because if the forum and the structure of the school, the courses are super simplified. And I don't mean the information is, not all there. I just mean like at a glance, it's easy. These are the core courses, they're alphabetical order. It'll just be so easy to follow is what I want. I want it to be easier for people at every moment. We're always trying to make it better. I feel this is going to be a big leap forward for people. I look forward to, us completing at 314 and you all to get it. It'll be great.
Mike is saying he's selling products through the TikTok shop and getting a W-9 form. Would that work for my trust? Right. Been trying to figure out how to get started and just wanted to know.
Yes, of course that would work for your trust. So W-9 always works for trust, and we have a course. It's like, how to fill out a W-9 1099. Actually, I think it's called Employment Solutions. I've been looking at the courses, and that's why some of this needs to be clearer for people. You know what I mean? But it's something like Employment Solutions, and that it's in there. That's the name of the course. Go look it up. And you'll be taught to how to do a 1099 W-9 and stuff like that. Mike, it's right in there. So this is an example of this. Oh, where's that information? We're gonna make it easier to find. I think that's the biggest upgrade we could do for people as I look to it. I've always been out there slashing and burning for new coursework, everything like that, but busy time of year. Slow time of year. So let's like double back. We're going to have a price increase, but we're going to have a massive simplification, but better coursework and more courses too. So that's what to look forward there. That's
Excellent.
a good question.
So the price will rise in about 2 weeks, 314. So if anybody's on the fence, start now. Use the pay later option if that's necessary, and get in there and watch the new course unfold in front of you. So,
yeah, it's there'll be a small upgrade fee. You got the whole package. That's great to hear. Hey, I got another question over here from Bo, not me, over on Instagram for a second here. You're a blessing. You have a soon-to-be client. Hey, great, right here. Excellent. That's why I do this Thursday live, so anyone could, hear this. But we have 15 years of proof, more proof that we're the #1 school in the USA. So yeah, it's great. I've been researching how to make a trust. I didn't want to hire anyone. I know it really teaches how, so I'm definitely interested. Yeah, that's why. This is how you beat them. That's why this is how you beat them. I met with the devil. I beat the devil. I'm like, I'm going to teach everyone for the rest of my life. That's it. I don't care if I go penniless, if I know, but God watches over me. And as time goes on, here I am sitting in homes that don't have a mortgage in a trust. And I put in my real estate application for exemption. I was homeless and I have a home. God does take care of us. I'm giving you all the information. You shall know the truth shall set you free. This is how you use this information, set yourself free, and I am here to teach it. I go first. I do it all. I show my proof, except for this real estate tax exemption. These ladies kick my butt. And congratulations. You're such an inspiration. But yeah, no, that I'm glad to hear that, Bo, not me. We'll be very happy to have you. I'm in the classroom. We have an online forum, a classroom. It's all indexed and topic and hundreds of people in there. You could, search it for anything that's in there. It's hard to ask a question that hadn't been asked.
Yeah.
So it'll be great to have you. Thanks. We got something else going on here.
Michelle back. John, I found Floyd Mayweather's trust, the Floyd Mayweather Jr. Foundation. Do you think there's any value in creation of a trust with this naming convention?
Well, it depends on what you consider valuable. If you would consider valuable meeting with the devil and going to hell, then it would be valuable. You know what I'm saying? And you could get a lot of money too. That's why I tell people, oh, you want money? Just go right down to Freemason Hall. Go to knock on the door. You won't be able to knock. They'll open the door, say your name, in you go. You'll get the money. Yeah, there's that other thing about working for the devil and all that hell stuff, but that seems to have value for most people. That's what they consider valuable, not me. Obviously, I'm the and nobody's teaching trust. Yeah, no, there's one. Like, talk about everybody giving in. So yeah, no. When you see trust out there, you do your research on trust, so you see, oh, they're doing this. You know what I mean? It just helps you see through the veil, like, hey, did you know the Wizard of Oz is just this guy behind a curtain? You're like, what? Oh crap! You know, and it's the devil. Yo, you know. So that's what it's for.
Funny you mentioned the Wizard of Oz again. I think we've talked about that on previous show, that the meaning behind all that.
Oh yeah, that's interesting.
The straw man, the scarecrow is really the straw man. The
straw
Tin
man.
Man.
The Tin Man is your tax identification number, man.
Yeah,
that's your social security number. Go with a straw man. You have no courage. You have to have courage and a heart, or you're one of that. The heart, the ones with the heart wins. So that's the courage, and it goes on and on from there.
Yeah.
The Wizard of Oz is like, be afraid, and Dorothy's like, oh no. But Dorothy wins by winning with ruby slippers, right? You have to go through the crystal firmament to God. And nobody thinks about that, but it's only about the crystal. And that's what's on her shoes, and she wins. So
she had the power all along.
Yeah, you had the power all along. And as Reagan says, I love the way Reagan says, this game you play against yourself.
Right.
It's a fact. It's a fact. You're only holding yourself back. I'm here to help anyway, right? But I don't play the game for you,
John, can the trust use Square as a payment gateway? Also, do you use this trust in California to avoid paying state taxes to the franchise tax board?
Okay. Thank you, Tim. And Sick Buddy, couple questions here. Let's do the first one. 100%, yes. A trust can have a payment gateway. Absolutely, 100%. Bank account, payment gateway, any financial, anything. Yeah, no problem. Own real estate. Have a deed, have titles, on and on. Operate any way financially. Yeah, ownership, whatever. Yeah. Not only payment gateways, but 100%. Okay, next. Can you use this trust to avoid paying state taxes in California with franchise tax? So this is a state tax question. I have shown this is possible, but unlike federal taxes, IRS taxes, you have to apply to get state tax exemption, and you have to report. So it is possible. I've done it. You can get out of those things, but you have to apply with California, and then they'll have some requirement. Hey, you have to fill out these forms quarterly. They'll have rules, and so you got to fill them out if you want to do that. It's a lot of work for who pays a lot of sales tax. Not many people. If you do, it could be very useful, but if you do, you're very rare. So that's how you do it. Great questions. I got more over here on Instagram. This is good. Bo, not me. My name is Steven. Oh, right. Did you say $29.99? Yeah, $2,999. I did. For all the courses, for me as your mentor, for the rest of time, I'll be there to help you. We still have the students from I started this in 2016. I help. I am creating. Look, let's just be real. This is a spiritual war, and I'm creating an army by giving them the truth and training them as expertly as I possibly can. And then those people are training other people. You see what I'm saying? Yes. uh, libertyaidacademy.org is libertyaid, A-I-D, academy.org. That's the website, not an app. That's how you access the school. Great question, Steven. It's good to have you. It's up on here, but yeah, libertyaidacademy.org. Get the McCaig Mastery Trust. It bundles all the courses together, gives you a discount.
Yep.
Oh, not me. All right, Steven. But dude, I'm an MBA. I have 15 years of proof, hundreds of testimonials now. I'm the guy. Okay, this is cheap. I'm one of the videos I'm remaking is using the benefits you get is 72,000 per year for the average individual of America to benefit from what happens with this. So I'm remaking that, but I'm just saying you get paid back so quickly with this information, and then it keeps paying and paying and paying and paying and paying. So it's very worthwhile, and you get my professional help all the way through.
Michelle's back with another part of the question. The reason why I ask about the naming convention is that I sense the naming convention may deter a lawyer. The lawyer reads something like ministry or church, the lawyers may shy away. And then there's more. As strange as it sounds, I am in fact asking creative naming conventions to get lawyers to stand down. I'm too rich to deal with frivolous lawsuits.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. Lawsuits, like you have imagine in your head of some lawsuits that are going to be creative for what? Like you're going to be the first individual with some lawsuits from having a trust. Like, what are you even on about? You know that this trust works in Canada and the U.S. and it's been here for 10 years in the U.S. Every time someone goes to a bank, they send it to the lawyers outside in the bank lawyers and their counsel, they got a retainer. So basically, let's just say, Michelle, every large law firm in the United States and medium size probably in the United States and every large law firm in Canada has seen this trust. Every government agency has seen this trust already. Every single one of them. Like, who are you to come right up on me and say you're going to do more up in this dome than me? Wait, they're not here any Thursday night, and I'm free, but they're going to roll up on you. Michelle, nobody. My ass.
Well, Michelle, you just saw Pauletta show up, and Pauletta has gotten her taxes wiped out. Now that's the government, the state, trying to, collect. Just because you own a piece of land, they want to keep collecting on you every single year. She has presented this trust, made her claims, and filled out all the paperwork, gone through all the hoops that she had to do, and they said, okay, you're living tax free. So if it's good enough for the state, I believe it was North Carolina. Is that where they're in?
All the state governments, all the banks, all the law firms in the USA, all the law firms in Canada, the Canadian country, like on and on and on. What?
Yep.
I cannot believe this ever comes up again, ever. But here we are.
That's all right. Remember we had the guy came on live and he said, "Have you had a lawyer look at it?"
Have I had a lawyer not look at it? What lawyer hasn't looked at this? Can you name any that hasn't seen this?
But he wanted a lawyer to say that it was good.
It's crazy, right?
And then we yes, tons of lawyers have looked at it.
Every lawyer at this point, pretty
and
much.
They can't sell it, right? John sells it. They can't sell it, so they don't want to talk about it, and they're not going to tell you about it, and they're not going to refer you to it, and they're not going to do it. So
thank you. Where's the money in it for them?
Yeah,
you don't need.
Why would they do that? Right.
You don't need accountants. You don't need lawyers. I teach you everything. They're out of your life. Why are they going to tell you this? Me, I could charge a lot of money and be your accountant and all that stuff. And you need me. I don't want you to need me. Here's the paperwork. Here's what's going on. It's between you and God, not me. See you later. Okay. Get in the army, into your foxhole. Now go beat them. I love it.
All right,
And your whole family.
Michelle's getting more specific now. John, the reason I ask is because the entertainment industry, and you're being sued strictly for creating content. This is the real thing.
Yeah, no, I would say fairy tales are real. I'm gonna change my mind. Fairy tales are super real. Yeah, no, they beat my 15 years of proof, hundreds of testimonials. Fairy tale. Wait, did you say the entertainment industry that makes TV shows and movies?
Yeah.
Those are all absolutely real. I see your point, Michelle. Those are real. Those are real. TV shows are real. Movies are real. Everything they say is real. TV is real. Yeah. Totally. Maybe until you enter kindergarten. Of course, when you enter kindergarten, that might change, Michelle. But boy, you can really type good for what are you, 5 or 6 years old? That's amazing.
No, the movie line is you can't. I want the truth. You can't handle the truth. The truth is this works. There was one more. This one was important here. How much will the trust course cost when the price changes in March?
2,997. That's how much. And there's a lot of new content. It'll be a lot easier to, see which course goes with which course. It's just going to be a really easy to interact with structure from now on. And I'm going to fill in a few gaps of courses and information. Things I've talked about, but I want to turn it into step by step, every piece of information. I want an Army field manual against the bankers of government that leaves nothing out and only win. You know what I mean? I'm always upgrading the field manual. This will be a massive upgrade. And structure won't change after this.
Hey, here's one for me. Can I explain how I use the Christian trust in my business? Yeah, I set up the trust, just as John instructs. And then my broker, because I'm a real estate broker, my broker takes whatever commissions are earned by me and donates them to my trust. So Tim Judge does not get paid, but my Christian trust gets a donation from my broker for me doing real estate deals.
Via a W-9.
Yeah. I set up a W-9 and I give that to my broker, and I said anything that you want to give to me goes this way. Just send it over there. Yeah. And that's it. And then it goes direct deposit into my trust, and that's it. I have my own debit card connected to that, and I go do what I got to do. But yeah, I remember I was waiting, watching these videos and following along with John, and I'm like, I'm gonna buy in, and I was like, if I'm gonna buy in and I'm gonna be here every week, I'm gonna start, helping them out with the shows and doing all this because it's working. And I got a big real estate check, and it went straight into my bank account. And usually they want to take 40% of my check immediately. They're like, as soon as you get this check, you got to send it in. And I was like, oh, what check? I didn't get a check. It went to the trust. It was donated to the trust. I don't know what you're talking about. So yeah, it is great. It paid for itself the second in the second month that I had it. So it was fantastic.
Yeah, we don't go for that fear program anymore. We've been at this for years now. Everything's fine. I mean, you have to let your fear go and go for proof and not.
Yeah, and that was 3 years ago for me.
Yeah.
So it'll be 4 years this summer, and I've had plenty of deals and plenty of donations go through that trust, and I haven't filed anything since then. And I'm not really, and I'm joking when I'm not afraid to say it either. And I do not pay any taxes.
Yeah, but this is great. Thank you, Tim. We're getting near the end here. We'll be on next Thursday. I was hoping that this one student was going to be able to get here. He's in England working on opening a trust up there and stuff. I really want to help him. If you listen later, try and make it next time. We're working in the forum in the classroom together, but I invited him here because I think his work is incredibly valuable, and I'm here to help you. So hopefully maybe next week we get you, and everyone else. Pauletta, I'm so happy for you.
The biggest win of the week.
I'm so happy. Look forward to your testimonial, everyone, and we'll be here next week. Thank you, Tim Judge.
Yes.
Great questions, everyone, tonight. Thank you very much.
Good night, everybody. Have a great weekend.